Incredible people. So let me see. Let me see who's in here. And yeah, if you got, while I'm looking, bro, if you got anything you want to share, man, feel free.
Man, I'm still taking off what Brenda said. I think that we can learn a lot from everything that Brenda, broke down. When you have somebody, I mean, she had family members in jail. She was in rock bottom, obviously had suicidal thoughts, and but she found a way to overcome, and I don't want to curse on here, but she said she had to own her shit, right? She had to really take a brutal look at where she's at. And she said, crying herself to sleep wasn't doing anything. Drinking herself to sleep wasn't doing anything. You had to make the necessary changes to really create that momentum and that spark in your life. And you say it best, brother. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. And you just deserve more. You just deserve more. You are purpose. And the Rare Breed Academy, this whole community is about having people realize what they're really capable of becoming and tapping in to that greatness that, that the world needs to feel.
Absolutely, bro. Man, Matina's on here too. I want to bring Matina on here.
Bro, bring in that. He got something to say.
I know you're about
He
to have
does.
a daughter here soon, so I don't know if you're in a position to be able to come on here, bro. If you are, just let me know. Let me know or text me real quick if you want to or not. But let me see, guys. You got a request to be a part of lives. I think since we're doing this freeway thing, but some people on here that I definitely want to bring on. Let me see, and check the chat for me, bro. If you see a name on there, it's tough. See it right back. I know somebody that's a rare breed that I want to bring on. I see Tiffany on here. She's a person that definitely lives it, breathes it, be it. So Tiff, if you want to come on here and just, I admire your mindset. I see Lindsay on. What up, Lindsay? Man, so many people on here. Bring me on. I signed up. Okay, Letty, you gotta dang, so I can't click on and bring them on. You got a request. So dang, I gotta type it in. Bear with us, guys. Okay. Let me see. Well, until we figure that out, bro, I want to ask you this. She signed up. What's good? What questions do y'all have? Ask questions in the chat, and we'll answer those questions. But yeah, you can sign up at rarebreedacademy.com. $30 off tonight, on top of $100 off. So it's $130 off. It's a lot off. Right? And I mean, it's priceless. I mean, you guys can see tonight just how we do it, and it's incredible, man. You're getting mindset lessons, spiritual lessons, the triad, the trinity. What you call it, bro? The trinity, the triad of what?
Excellence? Yeah, man, the trinity of excellence.
Yeah.
I mean, mind, body, and soul. So if people are not everything, I don't want to go into the big spill, but all the information is on the website, so I highly encourage you to check it out. But everything from workouts for every level, everything from mindset lessons and habit coaching to help you really kind of change your way of thinking, your thought patterns, and obviously your habits, and everything to build that emotional resilience that Brenda has, that Trent has, that everybody on here has, that just really needs the tools in order to just succeed in every pocket of life. So this is not just a fitness program. This is just not a mindset program. This is not just an emotional grit resilience program. It's all combined equally. And the community that we have is this, I mean, Trent really cares. You heard Jesse, who knows Trent on a deeper level. You know me, like, we truly care. And I got to say this, because we talked about this today before you bring somebody on. We don't want to care more than you do about improving your own life. And let me break that down to you. I told Trent, I was like, have you ever coached people where you wanted them to be happier than they did? Like, you wanted them to do better than they did through their actions, right? Like, they tell you that they want to get in better shape and they want to get out of this toxic relationship, and you give them all the guidance and all the support that they need, yet they're still not showing up for themselves. And I'm like, man, How do I want you to do better more than you do? This is your life. This is your life. So if I'm showing up to coach you and I'm showing up 30 minutes early, but you showing up 10 minutes late, like, you owe yourself more than that. You know, like, come on. That means you are not about it yet. Like, you haven't taken that full ownership and that full commitment and held yourself completely responsible for where you're at in life. So anybody who signs up for the Rare Breed Academy, I really mean this. You're getting two coaches who are going to give every fiber and ounce of their being to get the greatest version out of you, but you gotta want it. You gotta want it more than we want it, because it is your life to level up in. And that's what we all trying to do. We all trying to level up. We all trying to battle through our own personal struggles. And I'm gonna talk about excuses real quick.
Do it.
This is harsh,
Do
but
it.
it's the truth, man. It's the
Do
truth. And I'm feeling it. 99% of the time, excuses are just well-dressed lies to protect your own public image. Like, let that sink in.
Truth.
99.9% of the time, your excuses are just well-dressed lies to protect your public image. You don't want people to see what it really is that's holding you back, or you not facing the real truth. They're just well-dressed lies. You know, so own up, face up, and, you know, everybody here is a rare breed. If you feeling my passion, it's because, man, I care. I care so much, you know, because I've been in those holes where I had to carry myself through the gutter and through the mud. And I want to be able to share those tools with other people just the way you do, T. And we ready. We ready. I'm telling you.
Bro, why you always be having me ready, like I'm on kickoff, bro? I feel like I'm back in college, bro.
Man.
I'm about ready to run down the field and tear somebody's head off.
Man, bro.
You about to I gotta take deep breaths and calm down. So I asked somebody I want to bring on. Lindsay, I want to bring you on. Let me know if you're in a place where you can come on. And Lindsay is very, very special, man. She is somebody that really changed my perspective when it came to like addicts and rehab. And I'm gonna let her talk about just her heart and what she's done and how much she helps people. But I gotta make sure she wants to come on. Lindsay, can you come on? I wasn't ready with my face to train me. Oh, well, she's here in the chat. So yeah, I'm about to bring you on, Lindsay. You talking in the chat, so you about to come on. Let me see. Let's see if I can find. Here we go. Bang.
Hey.
Hey.
What up?
What's up?
You can hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
How's it this great state of Washington? Is it raining?
Today it's getting sunnier.
Wow. That's
Love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We're starting to see where the days are getting a little bit longer and sunset is coming a little bit later. So I'll have to send you the picture I took yesterday of the sunset. It was unbelievable. Just gorgeous.
You know I love sunsets. What up, baby girl? I gotta open an orange for her. So Lindsay, I just want you briefly to talk about, just really quick, about you, your story, and what you do. And I want to share this, and it's a moment. You want to say hi, Maya? Here, I'll open this in a minute, okay? Can you give Daddy a second? She's like, no. But I remember us going to a high school. I don't know what part of Washington it was in, and Lindsay has an organization called Hope Soldiers, and I'll let her explain what Hope Soldiers is. But I remember going to this school, and it changed my perspective forever with transparency. Like, I don't know if you know this. You probably do, because I was bawling like a baby. But we sat in this circle, and it was a whole bunch of kids, and like probably 9th, 8th grade, 10th grade kids. And then we did If You Really Knew Me. And everybody went around and told a truth that they didn't share with other people. And when I heard these kids' stories on the things that they were going through and battling with their family, addiction at 13, 12 years old, and it was life-changing for me. Like, It was life-changing for me. So I always want to thank you for that, because that planted a seed of transparency in me that really changed my life in a special way. So I want you to know that. But yeah, tell people just why you do what you do, why you help people the way you help people.
Remember, they taught us how to do this when we could relate to
Yep.
something that they were saying and we could feel it, you know, just let them know, give them some love. Yeah, that was a powerful moment for me too. So I guess to kind of like rewind, I struggled with addiction for many years. And in my first year of recovery, I really dove into my relationship with God. And one of the things that I looked to the most was inspiration, you know, online to try to continue recovering and healing. And a friend of mine showed me your videos. And the first one that I watched, I'm pretty sure, was How to Stop Breaking Your Own Heart. And that was, you know, something that really hit me very deeply. And I related so much to what Brenda said just about like, in that victim mentality. It's really common for people in addiction to be in a victim mentality because trauma is the gateway to addiction. And I had a lot of trauma that was unresolved. And so when you take away the drugs, you still have shit that you have to work on and heal from and move forward from in order to be able to become who you were meant to be. I didn't know anything about purpose until I started watching your videos. So, you know, as I'm watching these videos, I'm starting to get inspired to do something to make a difference. At the same time, 3 people from my high school class overdosed on heroin. So this is back in 2012. And it was like a time where people weren't really talking about addiction. They weren't talking about it being an epidemic. So I was one of the first people in Washington State to host a overdose awareness event in the state of Washington. And I reached out to Trent and asked him if he would come and be the keynote speaker. And he was willing. And I set him up in a room and I got him an Xbox One right when it very first came out as his compensation. I was like, I'll do this. And you're like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I don't think you really believed that I was going to do it, but I did it. So long story short, Trent came out to Seattle and he spoke at a high school, but he had to follow several people who talked about losing a loved one to addiction. And he comes down to the floor and he's wearing the Seahawks jersey that I made him wear. And he's coming down and everybody's like hollering and so excited. And like the first couple of words is like, man, I'm having a really hard time even finding the words to say right now because of how moved I am. I didn't even realize how big of a problem this was. And it just touches me so much that I get to be here and lift people up. And it was like one of the most important moments of my life. So from that point on, I built the nonprofit. It ended up becoming a really big thing, but there was still a lot that I had to work on. There was a lot that I hadn't addressed. I still had this victim mentality. I still was stuck in drama, constant drama. I remember I lost my job and I texted Trent and I was like, Trent, I lost my job. Like, I don't know what to do. And you're like, well, are you going to sink or swim? And for me, it was like, I needed that reality check. I needed somebody that I knew cared about me enough to tell me the truth and wasn't going to sugarcoat it. One of the things that you say that I now say myself is I never sugarcoat anything. I'm not planning on starting today. And so that's kind of like how I feel now when I work with people who are just like me. But honestly, like, you taught me what purpose was, and it changed the entire trajectory of my life. Everything that I learned from you helped me step out of the excuses, out of the victim mentality, out of this poor me, all these bad things happened to me and I need sympathy. Well, what I needed was to use my pain and turn it into purpose. And so you taught me how to do that, how to turn my pain into purpose, how to use it as a stepping stone to get to the next level. Like, you and I still feel like we have such a strong bond. And like, there are still things today that you say online or to me directly. Like, we were talking about allergies and anti-inflammatory foods. So I went on an anti-inflammatory diet and it completely changed my health for a long time. So like, there are things that I've learned from you that you may not even realize that you taught me, but that's the thing. And I posted in the comments that I wasn't really willing to look at myself or face myself until you handed me the mirror. and you said, you know, this is where you are, this is who you are, and you need to recognize that you have an identity and you have a purpose, and it's more than this. You're better than this. And you know, there was a time where I lost somebody really close to me to an overdose, and it was the worst thing that I have ever gone through. And I thought about suicide. You know, it was something that like I didn't know if I could come out of that pain. And I remember Trent was one of the first people to call me when I, you know, sent all my goodbye texts out. And he was like, you know, don't do this, man. Like, you do not need to do this. You have a purpose. Like, I know this hurts right now, but you are going to get through this, and you're going to use this. Like, Nick is who died. He would want you to take everything that you've been through and continue to push this forward and use this in his memory. Make him have a legacy, help him live on through you. And that really, it was what kept me alive and what kept me from not, you know, ultimately pulling the trigger, so to speak. But, you know, that's where I was mentally. And I just think that this academy is so overdue for you, Trent, like for both of you. I don't know you very well, but I'm literally looking forward to knowing you more. And anybody that knows Trent is a friend of mine. Like, Trent has a really small circle, and he keeps it small for a reason, because it's about people that are going to sow into him just as much as he sows into them. And so I really appreciate you and your partnership to Trent. And I really cannot wait to see what you guys do, because if it's anything like what you've done for me, Trent, you know, I really feel like you saved my life and gave me a reason to fight and taught me how to fight. And it was subtle. It was like, it was already in me. You just like pulled it out. So it wasn't like very far out of my reach. And it's not for anybody. It's not, it's just right around the corner. And like you were saying, like the only thing that's really standing in the way is the excuse, you know, like that pretty lie that we tell ourselves as to why we can't do something, when really like we can do it, and we have the ability and we have the gifts and we have the talents to do it. We just need somebody to remind us. And you guys are that. You guys get to be the people that remind others of their potential and teach them how to unlock it.
Hell, Lindsay, I appreciate you, man. And Lindsay's been to the White House for her works.
Wow.
She's done stuff with Macklemore for her works. Like, I'm going to big you up, like, because what you do for recovery, and I've seen you, like, fight for so many people that have lost their lives, and I've seen you be there for people. I've seen you open your house. I've seen you make, I mean, servant heart is that's not even a word to use for you. So thank you for who you are. You've inspired me so much. Jay, you want to add anything, say anything?
No, just you're a walking inspiration. You know, keep doing meaningful work. And I can't wait to get to know you too. So, man, just keep doing your thing. Keep building. You inspired me tonight. That's for sure.
Thank you. I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. It's going to be big.
Thank you. Tell her I said what's up.
I will.
Take care. Man. So we've been on here an hour, bro.
It don't even feel like that.
It hasn't, bro. But I know there's somebody in here that because I really want on the fitness side that can speak. I don't know if Eric wants to jump in.
Is E on here?
I believe he is. I mean, I've seen him.
Oh man, pull him. I don't know how to pull him on here.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's under. Let me see. I'm gonna just pull. Is I don't know if he's under his own or Rare
E
Breed
Coronation. I'll text him. I know. Shoot, I'll text
Rare
him.
Breed Academy's on here. Would that be E?
That check him. Yes, that gotta
Cool.
be E.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm bringing you on, and I'll let you talk about E, man, and share it, brother, because
Okay.
Things you create in people.
There he
What up,
is.
fam?
What up, Rare Breed Academy? What's up?
Yo,
Man,
what's up,
dude.
man?
How you feeling, E?
You know, I'm feeling good. Definitely didn't expect to be jumping on this live event with the two masters over here, but I'm glad to be on here.
Well, I'm gonna give E a quick introduction, man. Number one, okay, so E is a performer. He's part of the Mavs Maniacs that has been on America's Got Talent. He's performed at NBA All-Star games, Pro Bowls, you name it. I mean, he's been all over the world dancing, and I mean, just performing at the highest level. He's also been my best friend since I was, literally 8 years old. And I could go down that whole story forever. But he's always battled obesity. He's battled weight loss, and he has battled diabetes. And more than a couple years ago, he took full ownership and has lost up to 80 pounds. Up to 80 pounds, and never looked back. Never looked back. He's one of the few people, and as a person who, I'm obviously a fitness coach as well. 70% of people who lose weight gain it back. So being able to really sustain that weight loss and maintain a healthy lifestyle is special. It's easy to kind of lose it, but to sustain that level of discipline and consistency is special. So he's a special guy who's enormously talented. And, he just kind of speak to what was the turning point for you that made you really make the biggest changes in your life. And how do you stay motivated when you still probably have the battles that a lot of people do in terms of losing your discipline with food and other things of that nature that just make you fall down a hole, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surprising to think how long it took me to actually change my mindset on trying to live a healthier life. I mean, to be honest, like John said, I grew up with him, but my parents, my sister, we've all been overweight, battle obesity and stuff like that. And so I knew it was something that I was fighting my entire life, but I just refused to kind of believe it. But then one day, actually when John, he had a business before called P5 Performance. And with him being like my brother, I wanted to help him as much as possible. And P5 was, they did fitness there, and they had a medical physician there, and a chiropractor there. And I wanted to do everything I could to help him. And so when I did, I saw the physician there. Then he told me I was obese and diabetic. I had no idea. I mean, I had to guess, but I didn't know. And at that point, I knew I had to turn things around because I wanted to live a long life. I wanted to do something that no one thought I could do. So I turned things around. I changed my diet, and John started training me. And like he said, less than a year later, I was down 80 pounds. I was no longer diabetic. And I honestly just kind of fell in love with the process of the man I was becoming.
Wow.
And John didn't also teach me everything about fitness, but he changed everything up here. He changed my mindset. I was the man who used to always make excuses about why I couldn't do it. Oh, I don't have enough time. I have a full-time job. I dance for the Mavericks. I dance for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm dancing all-star games, all this stuff. I don't have the time to do it. But then John sat me down. He's like, you have 168 hours in your week. Are you trying to tell me you don't have one extra hour a day where you can just lock down and try to accomplish your goals? And I did it. And now I can't stop. I feel like I'm a fitness fiend. I mean, I'm at the gym 2-3 hours a day. I'm eating healthy as much as I can. And it's just became a lifestyle for me. And I mean, to be honest, I owe it all to you. I feel like you definitely not only changed my life, but you saved my life. And not only have I just fallen in love with it, but I've seen how, since I have a kind of a following with what I do in the dance world and all that stuff, and people have kind of known me for being a bigger guy, then they see me lose this weight. I feel like, and I see the messages I get inspiring people. I just want to be and continue being inspiration for others and let them know if I can do it, you can do it too. If I can find the time, you can find the time. And I just know with y'all's help, like you're going to change lives. and I just want to be able to be there and help y'all as much as possible.
Man, well, you already know that, you know, E is the embodiment of a rare breed. And at the end of the day, like, you're inspiring so many people on this call. You know, I think, you know, the stats, you know, 60% of this country is battling with being overweight and being obese. And a lot of people, you know, really take their own health, you know, for granted. So, you know, you are, in my mind, the perfect billboard of what it is to really, really change your life and change your entire mentality and how it completely, you approach things differently. You can't tell this boy E can fight too. This boy got some hands. He can box. This dude
know
is
about
an
all that.
athlete in every sense of the word. So, man, just
I mean,
salute to you, Big E.
and kind of speak on that, like, I mean, growing up in high school and all that stuff, I mean, I played sports and all that, and people kind of looked at me as athletic. And then when I gained all this weight, it was almost like I was ashamed, you know, and then having to fight back from it. I just, you know, it was hard for me to do it, knowing what people kind of thought of me before as an athlete, but then having to start from the bottom and work my way up. It was hard, but it was something that needed to be done, and something I enjoyed doing, and finding that inner athlete in again.
Man, Trent, what you got for him, T?
Man, I'm proud of you, brother. You know, I get the honor to be around you, and seeing your energy. I was reading the comments. Somebody said, "Man, you can feel the love in his eyes, man." And it's your spirit. You have a great spirit, and I feel the same way, bro. And your inspiration. You know, I can look at you and get inspired. As Jay was saying, you got hands. Like I was looking the other day, the video. I was like, dang, like I need to work on mine.
Yeah.
But keep elevating, bro. Appreciate you for what you do and who you are, man. Like Jay said, you're a rare breed, man. So let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Rare breed all day, baby.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Man. All right, bro. It's 9:30. And we're gonna wrap it up. We got families, and I know we got a busy day tomorrow. Podcast comes out tomorrow too. Jay's
Man.
podcast. I only interview, it's no surprise because you're my brother, but I only interview people that I'm inspired by. And I don't really have celebrities on there. You know, like people think, oh, you know, and no diss to anybody. Like, you know, I could go out and interview all these, but I want to interview people that I know, first of all, that the world needs to know, but that I know is about that life, I like to say. And he's about that life. And what you hear, it's like a 50 minutes, crushing it. So make sure you guys tomorrow's episode, make sure you share it. And as always, bro, I'm going to leave with this. You only have one message to give to the world, all right? And obviously you have a lot of chances because you had one message yesterday, so we survived that. You have one message to give to the world. What do you give that message? What's that message that you give to the world? You only can leave one message. All right,
I'm going to give him one of the rare breed rules of life, man. I'm going to give it to him, you know, and that rule is this: discipline equals freedom. You know, at the end of the day, the more self-disciplined you are in every pocket of your life, the more free you will become. You know, the more self-disciplined you are in your relationships, you know, the more fulfilled they will be. You know, the more disciplined you are in your fitness, you know, the stronger and the healthier you'll become. The way more self-disciplined you are with your finances, the more wealthy you'll become, the more commas you'll see in your bank account. So a lot of people think self-discipline is where you're constraining yourself. It's the opposite. You know, you're unleashing yourself the more disciplined you are. So let that be your compass, your North Star, to be more self-disciplined, to have more self-control. And I'm going to tell you this, you know, Rare Breed Academy, you know, it's us against all the enemies that plague the human condition. And what I mean by that is there's three enemies we all face in life, no matter what level you're at: fear, self-doubt, you know, just chaos, all the stress in life. You know, those are enemies. You know, the uncertainty, all that fear is an enemy. And us as rare breeds together as one, we gonna kill those enemies, and we gonna kill mediocrity piece by piece by piece. So it's Rare Breed Academy against the world. you know, join the squad, be part of this family. And I say fam because I mean it. Anybody who knows me, they know I say, what up, fam? Every
Yep.
day. And it's that community and that family that we trying to bring together as rare breeds. So it's rare breeds versus those three enemies: fear, doubt, and uncertainty. We've all felt it. We all know it. And it's time to put them to sleep.
There we have it. We're ending the night on that. I'm not saying anything after that, bro. We're ending the night. I appreciate everybody. And just like, I just want to just briefly just I want to just allow it to breathe. Like, if you've been in here rocking with us since 8 o'clock, 90 minutes, and everybody on here brought tremendous value. And again, I've done courses, I've done events, I'm in this space, and the value that y'all got tonight, if you just apply it, it can create some transformation in your life. All right. So thank you, everybody who rock with us. Make sure you follow everybody. I appreciate you, brother. And who knows, man, but we might do this tomorrow or Thursday. If you guys want this, if you guys are loving this, get in the inboxes, let us know. Make sure you follow at Rare Breed Academy. Follow my brother J_Pruna. And man, let's keep making the world respect our greatness. Let's get it. Live like a rare breed.
Sign up. Let's go.
Let's go.